All right, guys, for this problem, it wants you to find the indefinite integral of x times x squared plus 1 squared dx. Again, this is a type of problem where we're going to do a u substitution, and we're basically going to look for that pattern where we're going to let one part of the integral represent u, hopefully take the derivative of it, and it equal to another part of the integral. The first thing I notice is this x squared plus 1. That's right there. And the reason why I recognize that is because if I let that be u, if I let u equal x squared plus 1, if I take the derivative of u, that would give me 2x dx. Now, you're probably thinking, well, wait now, I see the x and the dx, right? There's the x and the dx that's in the original integral, but I don't see this 2, and you would be correct. So how are we going to fix that? Because that's the only thing that's separating us from getting our final answer. Well, here's the thing. I can multiply and divide out a constant. That's one of the rules. You can take out a constant. So if you can take a constant out, you can obviously put a constant back in. So I can put a 2 there. However, to balance this out, I would also have to put the reciprocal of that outside of my integral. So I'd have 1/2. The reason is because 1/2 times 2, the 2's cancel each other out, so that's just the same thing as an understood 1. So now that I've introduced this 2 into my integral and balance it out by putting that half, I can now use my u substitution to rewrite this whole thing. Now, keep in mind, I still have the 1/2 outside of my integral, but I'm going to let the x squared plus 1 represent u, so that's going to be u squared, and I'm going to let 2x dx represent du. All right, now the reason why that's important, again, is because I can use the power rule, so I'm going to simply add 1 to my u squared, and so that's going to give me u cubed. I'm going to do the reciprocal of that, so flip that, that'll be 1/3, and then don't forget about the 1/2 that was outside that integral to begin with, and because this is an indefinite integral, I'm going to put plus c. All right, do some algebra, multiply these two fractions. I'm going to get 1/6 u cubed plus c. However, this is where most people make a mistake. They think that this is their final answer, but remember, you did a u substitution to begin with, so you need to replug that u back in. The value that you plugged in for u was x squared plus 1, and so if you just plug that back in to your expression, you'll get your final answer of 1/6 x squared plus 1 cubed plus c.